I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. The boys will be along shortly, but I'm going to quickly do an afterthought because I didn't do one earlier. I was so fucking angry. No talk about it. I was seething. Yeah, went on Twitter Space, spoke on there, let everyone speak, and it was good to hear what everyone had to say. But this is my turn to talk. So before I do the player ratings, let's get into this. Earlier on, I see Moyes pick out a team which I was quite shocked at, if I'm being honest. A 4-2-3-1. Fabianski, Coufal, Zouma, Johnson, Cresswell, Soucek, Rice, Benny, who was surprised the addition, Fornals, Bowen, and Mikel Antonio. Now, they're playing against a 3-4-3, and I was quite shocked that he went for it. Yeah, fair enough. Give him some credit there. We started the game, but we didn't really look good in the first half at all. And I know their goal is a bit of a fluke, and the referee had a mare, but it was just one of them games where nothing went for us. Nothing went for us whatsoever. I mean, like, we could still be there now, and they would have did everything other than the back of the net. But the first half, that goal that should have stood, yeah, and didn't. I've had many disagreements on a WhatsApp group involved in this channel, yeah, talking about that. I think it's a goal myself. I really, really do. And for them to not give it when Antonio runs into the geezer, or the geezer just stands his ground and he falls over, for me, it's not right. Anyway. And then we get the goal don't go in. They go up the other end. They fluke a goal out of nowhere. And we go in and 1-0 down at half time. Now, for me, Jared Bowen needs to take a lot of stick tonight. And I expect a lot of stick from people about Jared Bowen. I don't want to keep hearing about Soucek because we know Soucek's not good. Yeah. But Jared Bowen today wasn't at it at all. Do you know what I mean? And I think he gets a pass because of last year. Do you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, we're going to the second half. We come out. First attempt, bang, hit the crossbar. Fornals, great effort. Yeah, really unlucky. Then we get a free kick. Benny, who really played well today. Crossbar again. Henderson was like making great saves. And we tried everything. And then we get a penalty. Yeah. And the reason why I'm so pissed off is that you've got a player inside Benrahma who's 7-7. Yes, the first thing I'm going to say. 7 goals from penalty spot. Don't bother taking it. Even Cresswell is a set piece taker. Yeah. He could have had it. You give it to Declan Rice to take, and this man is not very good at penalties. It goes to show this man's not very good. So I don't understand why he stepped up to take the penalty when you've got players who are better. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? And then Declan goes and puts away the worst penalty that I've probably seen him do ever. Do you know what I mean? I've seen him miss some, but it was crap. Let's put it like that. Then we missed the penalty, and then it was just flat towards the end. Scamacca comes on, Lanzini comes on, Cornet looked good when he come on. I was angry with a lot of things in the second half, but Scamacca, for me, he comes on, he's got 20 minutes to do something, yeah? They don't find him. They do not find this man whatsoever, yeah? He's hanging back, he plays a lovely chest control into someone who's hoped near him. No one's near him. Everyone's miles away from him. Yeah, but that's going to come in time with him. It's going to come in time. And then we end up losing the game 1-0, yeah? And I've got the Forest fans DMing me and fucking all sorts saying about how do I feel and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? From a team who's only just turned up in the Premier League. Now, we lose the game. The questions need to be asked of why it is taking so fucking long for a centre half to get at this club. Ben Johnson has done a covering job there, but he's not a centre half. Yeah, Coufal, shocking today. I expect people to go in on him today. Yeah, Soucek again can't pass a ball to save his life. Do you know what I mean? Declan wasn't really good today. Jared Bowen has fallen off an edge of a cliff. I looked at him last week. I thought, fair enough, give him benefit of the doubt. He's up against City. Let it go. Yeah, there's no excuses today. None fucking existent whatsoever. Mikel Antonio got a bit of stick on Twitter earlier on, And I totally disagreed with it to a point. I was like, well, hold on a minute. He played all right. Do you know what I'm saying? But the referee was right up against him all day long. Do you know what I mean? And it's a shame. It's just a total shame. It really, really is. So I'm going to get the boys in now, and we're going to get into the player ratings. That's my afterthought. I'm fucking angry, very much so. And things need to be done this week, not next week. So let's get them in. First of all, we got Lucas, and then we got Mitchell. Gentlemen, Mitch, how are you doing, mate? Because I am not doing good. Oh, I'm glad you're all right, brother. Right, let's get into it. Let's start off at the beginning, like we always do on this channel. Please do subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the notification bell and smash a like on the video. I need some joy tonight, I must admit. First of all, let's start.
You're not getting it from me. I'll tell you that much.
I know. I think you go first in this, Lucas, man. Lucas Fabianski, take it away.
Again, it's just like the same old with him, in my opinion. I've always thought Lucas Fabianski is a good goalkeeper, but his distribution is very slow, Franklin the Turtle-esque. But today was a little bit better. I thought he had a solid day. 6.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, so I'm going to make mine short and sweet because there's players that I want to get to and talk quite a lot about. I thought Fab was all right. I thought he saved us quite a few times, if I'm being honest. There was an header, one of our defenders, if I remember rightly, that he saved and pushed around the post. The goal, he's flat-footed. What can he do?
If I wasn't in such a bad mood, I'd probably give him a 7, but
yeah.
I'm going to give him a 6.
I think 6 is about right for me, mate. I think 7. What saves did he really have to do to sort of keep us in the game? Not many, not from what I remember. It was more their attacks were good, but the final end product was shit. So, yeah, I'm with you on the 6. Mitchell, welcome. Give me a rating for Lucas Fabianski, mate.
I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah.
I thought he was good today. I was thinking 8. I think I might have given him an 8 if we won the game.
Yeah.
But I thought he done very well today, to be fair. I even thought his distribution was much better than usual. I thought he held on to every shot. I thought he was very good with his hand today, and that really impressed me. And he really shocked me. I didn't think he was going to have as good as a game as he did today, but he did. And for now, again, we've got this problem where he's going to have to play next week against Brighton. And to be fair, I said that Abiola should have played today, but this is probably the first time I've ever been wrong about a team lineup. But I think it was right to start Fabs today. Done well.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. 6s for me and Lucas. 7 for Mitch. Moving on to this man. Fuck me, mate. Where do I start with this prick? I don't know where to start with this cunt. I really don't. He can't defend no more, Mitch. There's no two ways about this. Yeah, this man, people say that he's better than Ben Johnson, right? At defending. So where was it today? Every time I see him...
I don't think anyone agrees that Coufal is better defending than Johnson. There's no way you think
he's always
Coufal's
first
better.
in the fucking line, bruv. He's always the one...
It doesn't mean he's better defending. He's better going forward. But
so what is the point in that then? If we've got a man who can't fucking defend? What's that? I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm giving this fucker a 4, mate. 4. Shit. Absolute shite. Can't cross, can't pass, can't defend. Fuck all. All right, sorry. Yeah, now you're seeing what he's really worth. No good. Mitch, take it away.
I've been saying this for Coufal for quite a long time now. I thought, all right, let's give him another season. Let's, everyone's. I think this was complete bollocks. By the way, he may have had. Everyone was saying he's been carrying an injury. Was it him? That everyone was saying he was carrying an injury for the whole season.
Yes, brother.
Like, people fucking people love to make excuses for players, especially at their own club. And I get it. You want to support the player. For me, I've always seen major problems in Coufal's game. He's always been very erratic. You know me, James. I've always had a big thing about Coufal. I thought there's things he's going to do like when he's on it. The thing is, he's so hot and cold for right back, and he's too hot and cold for me. One game he plays well and solid, does all right defensively. Defensively, I actually think he's so bad, like compared to what people think he is. Like he's one of the worst defensive right backs in the league, and people might sound crazy, In terms of one-on-one defending, he's absolutely shocking.
Got roasted
He's good at
today, mate.
progressing the ball forward. He's great at his positioning, but when it comes to his one-on-one defending, he's erratic. He's awful. Like against City last week, he was shocking. He was really poor defensively, and then today, defensively he was poor. But then going forward, he was absolutely shocking. His crossing, the bloke cannot put a good cross in the box.
Can someone explain this to me? Can someone explain to me in the first half? Yeah, in the first half, he's got the whole of fucking Nottingham to do whatever he likes, and he goes and puts a ball in or a shot, right, which goes like fucking miles away.
Yeah, that was shocking. That was absolutely shocking.
Like, and what I can't stand, right, before I get to Mitch's rating, yeah, and then I'll get to Lucas, yeah, is that people say, "Oh, Ashby is no better than him." Fuck me, Ashby, because he's a lot better, mate. Ashby pisses over Coufal all day long. All fucking day long.
Not right now. I think Ashby needs to get game time now. He's got to play in his 2 playoff games.
Right, yeah. If he plays in these 2 playoff games, he's mustard. He fucking plays, mate, for me. Right? Always sentimental bollocks with Coufal. I'm sorry.
I agree, James.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You can't just give Coufal 2 more games because this is when he should be at his fucking fittest, the bloke.
100%.
His first 2 games to start the season, injury-free, no bollocks. He's injury-free now. He's fresh. A good fresh pre-season. You come into the start of the season, you have 2 shocking games after people backing you from last season, even though it was a poor season last season, but everyone was blaming it on the injuries. And you've got fucking Ashby, who's a young prospect who's coming up now and could easily take his spot. So, and if Ashby plays well these next couple of weeks, which he has to play, he has to fucking play, Moyes, Ashby, then I think Ashby deserves to start.
Oh, Thunder, bruv. Nor can fucking Coufal, bruv. He can't defend either. Stop wasting my time, Thunder. You know what I'm saying? Coufal can't defend, bruv. Yeah? Ashby can go forward. He's direct. He can cross a ball. He can fucking find a pass. Fuck me. Give me 3 things you can make Coufal in.
Coufal, yeah, I mean, Ashby may not defend that well. You know, it could come with his
Ashby's
game.
fucking 19 years old.
So much better. He's so much better going forward. So much better.
Let's put it into context, yeah? I've got to say this, yeah? Let's put it into context. You've got an international fucking defender for the Czech Republic, and you've got a youngster who bombs up and down that wing like a yo-yo. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get real. Mitch, give me a rating for him out of 10, please.
I don't think he's done really anything right today. Build-up play with him and Soucek done the right side was shocking.
Right.
Wasn't really at fault for the goal. I'll give him 4.
4 out of 10. Lucas.
Yeah, he wasn't very good today. I think we all know why he hasn't scored a goal for this club yet. Because his shooting is fucking terrible. And
his end product's terrible, mate.
And you can just tell from his shot, like he looked both ways about 4 times before he shot. When he had all the time in the world to just let one loose, but he didn't. His defending was not very good today, and he kept slipping and falling down a couple times, or it might have been once. But and his crossing today was just not good. He was just crossing into absolutely no one, and just disappointing overall for me. I'd probably give him very low 5, but I think a 4 is justified.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. So we'll get to this comment from Thunder. Listen, Thunder, I like you, mate. I like your opinions, yeah, but on this one, you're wrong, bro. I've seen Ashby for the last 2 to 3 years for the under-23s, yeah. I've monitored that geezer locally to me, yeah. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to players, yeah. And Ashby is like our Trent, yeah. He needs to play games. You cannot rely on Coufal, who we keep looking at and thinking, this fucker can't defend. So why do we have a player in there who we go, you know what, he can't defend, he can't go forward, but we're going to persist with him? It ain't on, mate. I respect you, Thunder, yeah? I like your opinions, bruv, but you're wrong on this one, man. 100%. I'm sorry, but you are. Moving on to this man. Ben Johnson. Mitch.
What was your rating, Lucas?
I gave him a 5.
Low 5. Lucas, take it away for Ben Johnson, mate.
You know, I hate giving purple patches, but I think Ben Johnson is close to deserving one because the guy's doing as much as he can for someone that isn't a center half. I know he grew up playing center half or whatever, but he's not one, but he's stuck in there. And I mean, he's really doing as much as he can. And I think the first 2 matches he's done solid. And it's just unfortunate because if we keep a clean sheet today or we win, he probably gets some good reviews. But I'm not going to let that slide for me. I thought he was okay. I don't think he really caused anything negative today, in my opinion. He played a good long ball in the first half, which I can foresee him playing in the future if we turn to a back three, because you've heard me 1,000 times. I think he'd be a good center half in a back three, especially now that we're seeing him playing a back four. And if he had a little extra help in the back three, I think he'd be pretty decent. But I'm not going to give him a 5, can't give him a 7 because of a purple patch, but I think a 6 is fair.
This is an hard one for me. This is a really hard one for me because when I look at him, he's not in his natural position. People say, "Oh, he can play centre half." He's not a centre half. He's a right back by trade. That's what he does. Yeah, he covers at left back. A lot of times today, I noticed it as a centre half, he goes chasing after the ball. Yeah, goes drifting wide all the time to try and close the player down. That's where he's used to being a right back, right? And what he was opening the space up. There's loads of space in there. A couple of headers today, when the balls are coming in, he's heading them up in the air, so they're heading them with a bit of fucking aggression.
He did well closing down today on Brennan Johnson, I have to say.
I thought Brendan was fucking dead quiet today, mate. I've got to be honest. What did you give him, a 6? I'm going to give him. Oh fuck me. I think I'll go with you on that. Just because it ain't his position. 6 it is for me. I don't know. Fuck me. No, I'll tell you what, I've got to change it. I fucking have. I can't. I'll give him a 5. A high 5, just not a 6 for me. I can't give him a 6. Mitch?
I'll give him a 6. Good, solid 6. I thought he actually done all right. I thought it was a little bit erratic. He was down to his not being at centre back all the time. But I thought the things that he done really well was. I think his one-on-ones, I thought he handled excellently. I thought he was really good at that. And I thought because he's a fairly quick player for a centre half, if he plays that position, there was no real threat in behind because of him, because he had that recovery pace where balls went in behind sometimes, and Ben Johnson, not Brennan Johnson. Ben Johnson had the recovery pace to stop Brennan Johnson.
He didn't lose one duel against him today either.
He didn't. I thought he'd done really well defensively against him. So I think a good solid 6. I personally don't really see. I'm seeing 4s and 5s. I disagree. I thought he'd done all right today. It's a little bit erratic time, but I thought for the job he'd done, I thought he'd done all right.
That's what you're going to get.
Is he at fault for the goal though, Mitch? To a point, it's a bit clumsy defending it. Like he just puts his foot out. He's not. Or is that just unlucky in your opinion?
I need to see it again. I haven't really seen anything back. I only saw the Antonio one, the foul. I can't really say, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just thought, for me, it wasn't even that. My point with that game, with that goal, was Lingard was just in acres of space, unmarked. Whose man it is, I don't know. Whether that was Rice's or Soucek's or one of the centre halves, I don't know. But that was a disgrace how much space he was in.
Yeah. Would you give him a 6?
Yeah.
6 it is for you, mate. Moving on to this man, Kurt Zouma. Fuck me. He needs for me, I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of the West Ham fan base overhype this geezer. Yeah, I think he does make mistakes, and people go, you know what, it's Kurt Zouma, it's fine. Today, he was all right. But we need a fucking defender in there, mate. We need 2 defenders who know how to properly defend in the air, on the fucking ground, everything. I'm gonna give him the same as Ben, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought he was all right. I thought he was all right. He wasn't at fault. Was he at fault for the goal? Probably not, from what I remember.
The goal was so fucking fluke. I mean,
yeah.
the only blame I can really put on the defending is Lingard having acres of space. But I mean, you can't, you just can't defend that kind of luck.
Yeah,
clearly,
yeah.
If we all saw the same match today.
Yeah, so I'm going to give him a high 5, just not a 6 for me. Like, I think he was all right, but like, he's better than all right. Usually, he's fucking rock solid all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Mitch?
I think he was slightly worse than Ben Johnson for me today. I'm slightly worried about Zouma. I did say this last week, and I said it in the last game of the pre-season as well. It's Lons. I feel something's off with Zouma. I don't know if it's the court case, starting the summer. It's got to his head. He's really
Mitch. I don't know if you saw on the well, you didn't see on the telly, but first 2 minutes of the match, he was already limping.
Yeah,
I did see that.
And I even tweeted, I was like, for fuck's sake, this guy's already limping. And I know that it's kind of a thing with him, but still, like, you don't want to see a player fucking limping 2 minutes into the match after a duel. It's like,
especially when you got fucking Brendan Johnson and you got their striker and Lingard running it.
Yeah, it's like, and I have to agree with Mitch. There's something off, and I can't put my finger on it. It could
I don't
be
think it's injury because, I think he still gets stuck in. I think there's something mentally not there. I think he's
wrong.
A lot less confident on the ball. I'm finding he's one-on-one defending. He's a bit more standoffish, and he's not as solid as what he was last season. Like before, Zouma used to hit into strikers and probably go into it.
It could be the partnership for all we know.
Huh?
It could be the partnership for all we know, but I don't think it's that.
I think it's so mentally, personally.
What would you both rate him? Because I want to try and push this along.
I gave him a 5.
5. Lucas, what do you reckon?
A 5. I think he was slightly worse than Ben Johnson.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Moving on to, where is he? This man. Mitch, Cresswell, bruv.
Been saying for a while now. We've all been saying it. He needs replacing. Elite analyst is going to have a fucking nightmare today because his 2 players that he licks their arseholes. Really both had poor games. Just just the same as Coufal, really, mate. His crossing wasn't as bad as Coufal because Coufal crossing is shocking. But he's so fucking slow to move up the pitch. It is ridiculous. He's jogging. When he's on the ball, he's jogging up the pitch when we're trying to fucking attack. Attack means you attack, not fucking pass it back in position. Players like getting ready for the cross.
And it's like they play this triangle all the time. And it's like
so boring, mate.
It's so predictable. The problem is with it, it's so fucking predictable. If I can see it sitting in a fucking at home watching it, and you can see it from the fucking ground, and Lucas can see it from the US of A, fuck me, why can't they see it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, I've been saying for a while now, anyway. A while, like probably since January, that our attacks are drying up, but being very predictable, going down the wings. It's just poor.
What do you rate him?
Mate, we haven't scored. We didn't score a goal against Forest, who honestly were fucking awful. Forest were awful, but really shit.
I thought first half. I will say first half they looked threatening. They did look threatening.
But still shit in my opinion. I still thought they were like clumsy, wasteful on the ball. Their striker, the number 9, Wayaby, or whatever his fucking name is, was. Honestly, I thought he was League 1 or League 2 standard. I was looking at him when he
has one of the worst touches I've ever seen.
When he came to a corner, he started like trying to do this fake fucking step over thing, and he just fucking didn't even touch the ball. Zouma just took it off him. And I looked at him and I said, "This."
We complain about Soucek and Antonio's touch. His touch was beyond awful.
Yeah,
and he still somehow lucked his way into a fucking.
What are you rating him, Mitch?
I'm giving him the same as. I'm giving him a 4.
I'm going to give him a 5. He wasn't as bad as Coufal today. Fuck me, no chance.
I thought he
Lucas.
was.
Go ahead, Mitch.
I thought maybe he was slightly better than Coufal.
I think he was putting. At least he was crossing balls in. Fuck me.
Yeah,
but
Coufal was crossing balls in, but they were very just a lot worse. But Cresswell was just slowing everything down. The corners as well. He was taking forever for corners as well. he's just Cresswell just really winds me out.
For me,
What are
Really
you
winds
rating
me
him,
out.
Lucas?
For me, I agree. I thought Cresswell was better than Coufal. I thought his crossing was a lot better than Coufal's. Cresswell
It was,
seemed to put the ball in no man's land a lot less, I would say. I think his quality of crosses were a lot better. And again, he is slow. I want to give him a 6, but I'm going to give him a 5 because he finally, I'm giving him a 5. But one thing I noticed today, he finally was overlapping.
I agree.
Finally. It may have been slow, but at least he was overlapping and giving Benrahma and some people like an extra option. And because he was overlapping, I'm going to give him a 5.
Fair
if he
enough,
didn't,
mate.
he gets maybe a 3 or 4.
Right, brace yourself, people. Here he comes. Thomas Soucek. Fuck me, mate. Listen, I'm going to say this, yeah? A lot of people knock Mitchell, right, for his opinions. But on this one, this lad has been absolutely fucking bang on the money for the last 6 months, 5 months, for however long I've known Mitchell and coming on this channel, he's been absolutely bang on. Stop being a smug cunt and smiling, right? But on this one, there's no excuses with Thomas Soucek no more. None. There's none. He gets overrun. He can't pass. He can't control. His finishing today was fucking horrendous. Right? He's throwing his body everywhere, but it's going like the ball's going nowhere. I don't even know what to rate this, man. I really don't. But I'm going to let Mitchell rate him first. Let's see what Mitchell thinks,
mate.
I
think 99% of the fan base, besides from me, said they would have started Soucek against City, would have started Soucek against Nottingham Forest. Where, you can't just shut Flynn down in there. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's not about Downs necessarily being better, or we have, I haven't seen enough of Downs yet to judge him, and no one has. The reason why I'm saying that is because he cannot be any worse than Soucek, and that is a fucking given. So you want to play your best team, you want to play the best football, and fucking play a different certain way. Soucek locks us into this fucking play style of playing down the wings, fucking cross it in. If you had a dynamic box-to-box midfielder in there, like Onana, who fucking set up Everton's goal, then it would be a completely different dynamic. We'd be able to play passes in the middle with a confident pass with the ball in the middle. Only person we've got in the middle that's confident with it is Rice, because Fornals drifts up from wing to wing, linking up play. So there's no really one in the middle. That's where the two midfielders need to push up. Rice can't do it all the time because he's also got to do his defensive duty. But Soucek's always in the box. So it leaves that massive space in there all the time. Empty. And because Soucek's always in the fucking box. But there's no point of him being in the box now. Because 1, we can't cross balls in anyway because we're fucking shit. 2, he don't get on the end of them. And it's just the way. And 3, it limits our play style. Because if he's in the box, you're going to look up and think, I can't play it around into the middle because if I do, and we lose it, we're going to be hitting the counter attack because Soucek's up.
One thing I'm going to say though, Mitch,
so we're going to have to cross it in.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't really. I look at it that we've got a front four that I want to score the goals. Right? I don't. Chelsea don't ask Kante to fucking score the goals for him. Do you know what I'm saying? And like Jorginho, they ask them to fucking break the play up, give it to the strikers to do the fucking
job. I don't know
job.
James. I think Soucek's role doesn't suit, if you say Soucek is a box-to-box midfielder.
It's too predictable, mate. It's too predictable. That's all.
I did say, I know you agreed with me, and Lucas, you were both saying he should start against City and thingy. And I was saying, I did say before the season, I said, I guarantee you 100%, and I've said this on the space as well, he will be shit in both those games. And he was. It's not like you don't have to be a magician to work it out. He's bad or average in every single game now. He's just not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. He's so stiff.
Mitch, I know you're everything, man.
He's just awful, mate. He needs to place it big time. And Downs or Coventry, either of them, I prefer Downs, has to start against Brighton.
I don't understand.
He won't. And then guess what? Soucek will also get fucking raped against Brighton as well. That's what will happen
Right.
again. And Moyes will be a stubborn little cunt and fucking play him again. That's what's
Right.
going to happen.
Mitch, give me a rating.
4.
4. Fuck me, after all that, you give him a 4? Fucking hell.
Oh, mate, I'm just... Look, it wasn't like shocking today.
Nah, it wasn't shocking, no.
But I'm just saying all the things that I've been saying for fucking ages.
I'm gonna give him a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a standard 5. Standard player, standard rating for me. Like, yeah, I heard what Buster said in there. Yeah, he said, "Oh, look at the positioning today." Yeah, but what did he do with his positioning, though, Buster? Like, he couldn't convert. Fucking passing was awful. And this little thing he's got with Coufal, playing it to Coufal every single time, and playing it sideways and back. I'm sorry, just doesn't do it for me.
I would like to see how we'd look if we switch sides with Rice and Soucek. I think it could be a little. I'm not going to say detrimental, but I feel like that would maybe open things up slightly because obviously Soucek and Coufal are international teammates, so it probably feels so natural. And club formerly, it just probably feels so natural to him. Like, you know how you do stuff that you don't think you do, but you're doing it because it's so natural. It's like probably one of those things where it's just like second nature to him that he's right there. I said this
a while ago. I completely agree with what you're about to say here.
Lucas, what do you think and rate him for us, mate?
Soucek, I think people misconstrued what Mitch says about Soucek. Obviously Mitch doesn't rate him as a footballer, but at the end of the day, he's not like horrible. He just hinders our play style, and he locks us in to a play style that doesn't open anything up or improves creativity. When you have Soucek on the pitch, there's one thing he's meant to do: disrupt in the box, clear balls away. You're not going to get much of him technically, and that's where I think people misconstrued Mitch's criticism for him. I know Mitch doesn't rate him as a footballer, but deep down, I don't think Mitch thinks he's the worst player to have ever played the game.
No,
but
he's not
technically, like, he's a championship quality player. That's what I would say.
And
I would say he's a bottom end Premier League player, but not. I wouldn't say champ.
I disagree. I think every midfielder in relegated teams this season is better technically than him.
Go on,
but today, some of the you could argue he should have had a goal. We'll probably talk about that later with the referee, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, he could have had a goal. He missed 2 really good chances, 2 sitters, in my opinion.
I didn't see the crossbar. The crossbar was a bit hard to see, but the one where he's headed it, for me, was awful.
He had 2 golden headers, and for the type of player he is and the standard we have for him with headers, he needs to be. He could have had a hat trick today, honestly. But
if that's supposed to be his best attribute, then why isn't he providing that?
I actually thought his passing was pretty decent today, and I had to back this up, and I had to make sure I wasn't like dreaming. He did have an 88% pass accuracy today, which is crazy to think about. And
fucking unbelievable.
But the problem is with that, though, I need to cut in there, Lucas. The problem is with that, if we've got most of the ball, especially in the second half, and they're going to camp inside their own half, he's going to have a lot of the ball, isn't he?
And even though he was passing a lot to Coufal today, he was passing it up the pitch. Not a lot of pass backs today, from my view. His ground duels were bad. His aerial duels were good. I think a 5 is fair, but those chances he missed were so bad. Yeah. He's got to put those away. He should have had a hat trick today. Bare minimum.
We're getting to it, mate. Don't worry about it. We're getting there, bro. We're getting there. 5 for you, mate. 5 for me, 5 for Lucas, and a 4 for Mitch. Let's get to this man. I think it's going to be one of the lowest ratings for West Ham on this channel that we've ever given. I don't know where to start with this one. First 10 minutes, he gets booked. He makes a challenge, gets away with it, makes another challenge, gets booked.
The refereeing on that was shocking, in my opinion.
He was Lucas. Fucking worst ref I've ever seen in my life. But the penalty, everyone goes, "Oh, it's going to be a pass because, but why is he taking it? Why is Declan Rice taking the penalty? He has missed his last 2, I believe. He shouldn't be taking this penalty.
He's
Not
one
always
for
about
three.
it.
He's 1 for 3, correct?
Well, last one he missed was West Brom, and another one he missed, but he converted the rebound, so he's actually missed it. So I don't know what to rate this man, yeah, because I don't want to insult anyone, but I'm going to give him a 5 today. I thought he was
I agree.
standard.
I agree with that.
Standard. Literally, the penalty miss knocks it down. I don't know why he's taking responsibility when other players are playing better than him. And like he done well to not get sent off. Don't get me wrong. He's on a yellow card. And he's like played the rest 80 minutes on a yellow card, which is giving him credit for that. But in the first half, he was getting torn a fucking new one, mate. People running off him, running in behind him. But then the problem is, he goes back to Soucek. If Soucek's not with him, he's getting overrun. He's going to get booked, isn't he? So I'll give him a 5. Mitch.
Just got to say, there's a lot of clubs. We've got to be right on our fucking toes now, especially in the market. Just thinking, like, there's a lot of clubs that are looking good this season, and we could be in trouble. Like, we could be looking at like 11th, 12th place finish this season, I think. And that by our standards, what we've set is poor, really poor. So, and everyone's saying we're going to finish 7th, 6th, and 5th this season. I said I think we're going to finish 7th, but by the way it started, it's not looking promising, and we do have to make the signings very soon. For me, Rice was all right today. I didn't think he was actually too bad.
Was he though all right?
One of his poorer games.
Yeah.
But the penalty decision for me is shocking. Why he's taken it and not giving it to Benrahma. Benrahma's got a great penalty record.
7 out of 7.
He's so confident. He was in a really confident mood as well today, Benrahma.
Yeah.
And he deserved the goal as well. Rice, who's very uncomfortable at pens, it's shown. I don't know why he's taking it. And he is the captain who's got to take the blame. And he is the captain who's also got to make the decision about who takes it. If he thinks he's not 100% take it, he should be taking it. He should be given to Benrahma. And that penalty is a shocking excuse for a penalty. It was like a 5-year-old kicking it. It was really poor. I'll give him a low 5. I'll give him a low 5.
Low 5
I say that
for you, mate.
I want to give Soucek a 4. Yeah, it wasn't worse than Soucek. So
just making sure. Lucas.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Sorry, just quickly. Everyone was giving the Soucek an air to send 5s, and I've seen people then change Rice to 4. If you think in your right fucking mind Soucek was worse, I mean Soucek was better than Rice, fucking get your head checked.
Fair enough, Mitch. Lucas.
It's a tough one, and I said it against Man City. I didn't think he was that great, and it was a game we needed to see him put his influence and his stamp on the match, and it was the same today. I thought he didn't do enough to try and put his influence on anything. But again, when Rice is poor, he still looks better than a lot of our players. And the penalties, I don't agree with you both on the penalty decision, but the quality of the penalty was piss poor. And it's not
Rice should have taken it.
Not necessarily, but I don't think Benrahma should be first in line. I think
Who do you reckon should take
Why?
it?
Cresswell.
Maybe. I would.
What's Cresswell's penalty record though?
Fuck no, I don't think
He's a set piece taker though, and I wouldn't. I'm not saying Benrahma is like far down the pecking order, but I mean,
He took a lot for Brentford though.
But when someone's 7 out of 7, Lucas, playing really, really well on the day, and you think, you know what, give this man a fucking bit of a confidence.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I look at it and think, well, why is he not giving it? To me, that's an ego thing.
Soucek has a good penalty record. Why not give it to him?
Well,
Because he's a fucking stiff cunt, and you could probably tell exactly where he's going to put it as soon as he runs up.
But what I was going to say with Rice, I don't know what it is, and it's not just his penalty, but everyone fucking shoots it on the ground to the left. Every penalty I see from someone on the floor to the left. Why don't you just thunder cunt it either down the middle like Julian Dix or just put it top corner somewhere? Everyone always shoots it on the ground, and that's what annoys me. I'm not that fussed about him taking it, to be honest. And he is the captain. Like you're not just gonna take it off him without some sort of. And he's the captain. Mitch is right. He's got to take blame for the miss and not deciding to give it to someone else. And it is unfortunate that Lanzini and Scamacca come on after that, because I think I'd rather have seen Lanzini, Scamacca, Cresswell, maybe take it. But
Yeah.
again, he lacked influence on the match. He didn't put his stamp on it when he probably could have. The yellow card didn't help. But
Rate him. Come on, let's go.
this is gonna hurt, but a 5.
5 out of 10 for him.
Can I quickly say something? Just wanted to see my head. I just want to say, Nottingham Forest are disgusting today. For it was ridiculously hot, ridiculously hot in the ground,
Yeah.
and the sun was shining us as well.
Yes.
You know, it was all sweating bits. Everyone, loads of people with tops off. It was really hot, and obviously the intensity as well. It was just all getting to it. A lot of people even took the girl in front of us fainted as well because of the heat.
Right.
And they've closed the fucking shops downstairs, you know, to get their fucking drinks and that during the game. They only have it open at half time, so no one can get water down there, and a lot of people needed to. And people were thirsty. People saying "fucking," it's a joke. And that is disgraceful. How from not just for one game where you know it's going to be 34 degrees of heat and the sun is shining right on us, people even fainting because of it. You can't keep the shop open for people to get bottled water, and plus you're going to make money from it anyway. That is a disgrace and disgusting, fucking disgusting from Forest today. Disgusting.
Fair enough, mate. This man, Jared Bowen, by far for me one of the worst players on the pitch today. By far, yeah, and I will not have it any other way. He done absolutely fuck all. You wouldn't even know he's on the pitch today, in my opinion. If Saeed Benrahma would have put a performance in like Jared Bowen, he would have got fucking ridiculed from the whole of fucking social media and probably hung outside fucking Stratford fucking High Street. Jared Bowen today done absolutely fuck all, mate. Nothing of any note. His crosses were poor. He runs into space, passes it, right, but the pass is going nowhere all the time. He couldn't beat his fucking man. Non-existent for me.
He hasn't been getting the ball in space at all so far. The only time he touches the ball is when someone's right on his ass. And that's not an excuse, but that's just something I've noticed a lot so far. He he hasn't gotten the ball in space at all to try and go at somebody.
And how he stayed on for 85 minutes was unbelievable in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to give him. I'm giving him a low 5. Low 5. I don't want to give him a 4 because the only reason why I'm not going to give him a 4 because he's got money in the fucking bank. That is it. Other than that, he gets a 5 for me. Poor. Lucas.
Money in the bank. I don't really give fucks about that. I gave Rice a 5 when I probably could have given him a 6. But Jared Bowen, worst player on the pitch today, probably gets a 4 for me. And again, it's not
so far.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily all his fault that he was the worst player on the pitch. Like I said, so far this season, I think he's maybe gotten the ball with space to go at someone or create something maybe twice in 2 matches. He so far he's gotten the ball in tight spaces and he should be making something happen, but that's a lot to ask for from he's not like a creative player, but still it's hard to create when you're always getting the ball with someone on your ass. He didn't really have that many touches there. He only had 30.
First half, Lucas, first half, he done nothing, mate.
And again, he was just a ghost. It was like Lanzini last match. Like, he's just a ghost. And again, I love Jared Bowen, but I'm going from match to match on his performances. And it's not his quality that gets him a 4. It's just how the match went. He didn't get the ball in space. He had nothing to do. He couldn't do anything. What
are you rating him? 4 out of 10. Mitch.
I'm really interested to talk about Moyes, by the way, just because I'm seeing actually quite a few people saying Moyes out, even on Twitter, and even on train people talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to him at the end. Talk about
Bowen. Yeah, for me, probably the second worst player today. I'd say Coufal for me was worse, but he was still very poor, very, very poor. I thought. Done absolutely nothing. You're an attacker. I say this all the time with like other players. if you're an attacker, you've got to attack. He did not attack at all today. Did not make anything happen whatsoever.
Yeah.
Didn't really try. Didn't even track back that much. Looked off it. Honestly, it seems like so many of our players don't look fit. It's really frustrating me, and I don't know if it's whether Moyes has taken the fucking foot off the pedal in training, or if Moyes isn't, or maybe more the players got comfortable now that we've put in two good seasons, and we're just looking to kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit, which I think may be a little bit the case, which I hope don't become a serious problem. But Bowen, 2 games in a row, really poor and disappointing. Look,
what do you rate him?
90% of the fan base, 90% of the fan base said Saka's worse. Disagree. I've always said Saka. I think it's a better
Fuck
player,
Saka.
actually.
I'm not interested in Arsenal. What do you rate him?
Well, you say that, but everyone's interested in Arsenal, and everyone compares Saka with Bowen. So I'm just saying, I think Bowen is definitely worse than Saka. I'll give Bowen a 4 today.
4 out of 10 for him. Moving on to this man, Pablo Fornals. Interesting one, this one. I thought he was all right.
Second best player today, in my opinion.
I thought he was okay. Like, and I'm not his biggest fan, you know it. Yeah, and I'll be the first one to say it. I thought he was all right. He was okay. First half, a couple of little sloppy things, I've got to be honest. Second half, he comes out, he has that fucking screamer that is the crossbar. I don't get why Bowen was on the pitch. I really don't. I don't understand why Lanzini come on the pitch. So I thought Fornals was right today. I'm going to make this short and sweet from me. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I'm going to say, he was good. Right. No player, there's only one player who's getting a high mark for me today. Yeah, from what I see. And I'll give him a 6 out of 10, a high 6. I thought he was all right. I really did. And I was quite shocked that he got subbed. But then if he don't get subbed, it's Benrahma, isn't it? So let's be honest. Lucas. Go on. Lucas, take it away.
I thought Fornals was pretty good today, in my opinion. Again, we all know what you kind of get with him. Like, he is sloppy at times, and people hate hearing this, but his work rate is so elite. It is almost a skill set, in my opinion, because not a lot of people have that, like that dog in him, which he does. And I thought his passing today was fucking beautiful. He played some really
much more consistent than what he usually is.
His passing today was beautiful. He played some brilliant balls, and there was only one time I got frustrated with him today, and it made sense. He got the ball played to him in the second half, and he immediately passed it back when there was so much room in behind him. But his back was turned. I don't expect him to have eyes in the back of his head, and there was a defender on him. But I thought his passing was really good today. Work rate, second to none. It's tough. It's tough. And he did hit the bar. It was a really, really good shot, which we don't see a lot. Oh, I'm going to be controversial because I thought he was good today. I'm going to give him a 7. Just
7 out of 10 for you, mate. Mitch?
I'm going to give him a 6 straight up. I thought it was decent. A bit sloppy at times, especially in the first half. If that shot goes in, though, it's a 7 for me. I do think he gets a 7 if that goal goes in. Still doesn't really create enough. Still not quite as imaginative as I want.
He looks so much better in the middle, though. We obviously all agree on that.
Oh yeah,
he looks
100%.
So much more productive.
Actually, no. I'm saying the low 6. Actually, I'm kind of I don't really do this, but I've just thought about some of the things he's done today. And I don't know. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right.
He was okay, yeah. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
okay.
6, low 6 for me.
I think he was one of maybe 2 players today that progressively passed the ball. Maybe 3.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Moving on to this man, Mr. Scapegoat himself. Fucking, I'm so pleased that he turned up today. Really am. I'm going to start off this one. Yeah, I thought he was first class today. First class. I thought he ran at people. He had shots. He made things happen. He hit the crossbar. He should have had a goal, in my opinion. People say, "Oh, it's a foul," but if you see that every week in the Premier League, people blocking people off at corners and fucking whatnot, because Antonio goes through the geezer and these geezer flat on his ass, then they get the foul. but I thought Benny was good. The one thing I want to see from Benny now, because I want to make mine short and sweet, is consistency. You've done it there. I want to see it next week. There's no excuses why he shouldn't be starting next Sunday against Brighton. And for me, he should be starting. Yeah, I think he's shown that he can do the job at West Ham United. I think people knock this man because there's a fucking hidden agenda with this man. I've always said it from minute one. I will continue to say it because he ain't as bad as some people make out. I think some people look at him as a fucking easy scapegoat, and it's really got to stop, in my opinion. So I'm going to give him an 8 tonight. I really am. I think he was decent. I think he's the only one who made anything happen. He hit the crossbar. He fucking tried his hardest. He was crossing balls in. He should have had a goal. He's getting an 8 for me out of 10. Mitch.
I still thought it was quite wasteful in the box though, in and around the area at times. His crossing is still poor, and I'd play him in the middle next week against Brighton. I'd play him central. I'd drop Fornals. Maybe controversial, but I just think when I think of the best possible lineup, I think he plays in the middle.
If we're going to dominate possession, I would like to see Benrahma possibly in the middle, because I've said for the longest time I think Benrahma and Fornals are very tactical type players where, like, I want Benrahma, or not Benrahma, I want Fornals in the middle if we're going to counterattack, but maybe if we're in possession, I'd like to see Benrahma.
But let me ask you this, though. Before I get to both your ratings. If Benrahma puts in a Jared Bowen performance today, the whole fan base is on him. Or 95% of the fan base is on him. He puts in a good performance today and people still don't give him the credit, which I don't understand.
I think a lot of people give him credit today. I don't know.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of praise for him today personally. I have seen a lot of Bowen bashing, which bashing isn't the word, but he deserves criticism today.
What did you rate him, Mitch, out of 10?
I haven't spoken about him yet.
Yeah, I cut him off. I'm sorry, Mitch.
That's all right.
All right, go on, Mitch.
What did you give him, Lucas? What did you give him?
You ain't rated him yet. So
I haven't rated him yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought we done exceptional today. I'll definitely play in middle next week.
Yeah.
His end product still wasn't great. Got really unlucky with the shot. Yeah, the free kick was very good. Done very well today. And I've thought about it then, just your scapegoat thing that you always say. And I think people sometimes get confused, or not get confused, but say something blank, like flat, like, what's the word? They see it like clear, as in two-dimensional. I think that's the way. And they say Benrahma's shit, where I think they get confused with putting in shit performances with shit. Like, he has put in loads of shit performances, but doesn't necessarily mean he's shit. I think he's a massive confidence player, Benrahma, and he's still got something inside of him where he can play well if he wants to. And I think that's where people go wrong sometimes. He's not a shit player. I've never said he's a shit player. I just don't think his end products is quite good enough. And he does put in the occasional, pretty often nowadays, really poor performance. But for me, he's got to start next week. I'd give him an 8. It's a low 8. I was thinking 7 because of his end product still wasn't great. His costume was still really poor. But for me, next week, he's got to play in the middle.
Fair enough, mate. Lucas?
Just off my principles alone, I can't give an 8 to someone when we lose. But I'm not saying that's like out of order. You giving him an 8, but I can't give someone an 8 for when we lost. Right. But he was definitely the best player on the pitch today. I'm not going to say by a country mile because I did think Fornals was good today as well. But Benrahma deserves a high 7. If he scored, which should have been a goal, easy 8. But I'm going to give him a very high 7. I just can't give someone on our team an 8 when we lost, personally. But 7, very high 7.
Sorry, 7 people put in 9s. We lost. We didn't score. Didn't get any assists. His crossing was still poor. And 9.
I'll get to that.
Is absolutely crazy. I'm sorry, that's so silly.
Fair enough, Mitch. Right, let's get to this man, Mikel Antonio. I want to ask Mitch to go first on this one because I done a space earlier on. A lot of people were like that with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always sort of critical of Antonio, but on this occasion, I felt sorry for him today a little bit. I really did. What did you think of him today, Mitch?
Most
You was there.
abused man in football. That's my new nickname for him.
See, I'm probably on the side. I've watched him quite a bit today. A lot of people, I was quite surprised to go on Twitter and see a lot of people saying he had a good game and he was one of our best players. And I can see in the things already, people give him 7, people give him 4, 5. I wasn't impressed with him personally. I still thought his touch was really poor. He's got this obsession with wrestling players, and that has got to stop. He loves it. He loves moaning into the ref, and he don't have to do it.
He didn't get any decisions today, though.
Yes, I know that, but he does that for himself. Scamacca, he never falls down or fucking.
No, he don't.
He challenges for it. He fights. He goes to the ball. And Tono, he's just back into the fucking play all the time and wrestling with the cunt.
Yeah.
He don't need to do that all the time, and he does that so many times just to win a foul because he likes it. For me, the penalty, not the penalty, the foul where Benrahma scored, I could see it's very 50-50, probably slightly, I'd say probably actually 70-30 split for not being a penalty on the West Ham fans. For me, I don't know, I can kind of see why the foul was given. It's one of those ones, it does run straight into the player. And I know that he's got nowhere to go and the player does take a step forward, but Antonio is... I don't know.
I would say the slight shove did not help his case.
Yeah,
if he didn't do the little shove, I would have to agree.
Yeah, but how many times though, lads? Come on, let's be honest.
And it happens all the time on corners, which I think
it happens on corners all the time, and there's players going over all the time.
So that's why I'm angry at the foul, because if Antonio falls down, he's not going to get the call, but when the defender does, it's going to be taken a look at. And then it happens on corners all the time. Kurt Zouma, Antonio get their shirts tugged all the time. And there's
what I can't understand, listen, all right? I just want to say this. What I can't understand, the referee is fucking 8 yards away, 10 yards away from it. Yeah. And he has to go to fucking Stockley Park to check it out.
I know.
Right?
And he lost his bollocks. He lost his bottle.
Fuck me, mate. Don't stay tuned, because when the referee comes around, I'm fucking going in.
He did lose his bottle.
Yeah.
I'll let Mitch obviously finish, but
right.
It was a little justified.
Give us a quick rating, pair of yours, Antonio.
I'm really 50-50 on this one. I still thought it was quite sloppy at times. Didn't really do anything with the ball. I don't really get why people are giving him like 7s today. I don't really see it.
No way.
For me, a 5. Yeah, I didn't think it was all that. I thought it was okay.
5 for you, Lucas. Quick rating, mate. I'm
gonna give him a 6. The most abused man in football, and obviously I do have my bias goggles on, but I can't help. I watch the man every week. He gets fucking abused every single week. Like, I don't know what this guy has to do to win a foul. Some referees, they just look at the player, like they analyze him like, okay, this is a big lad, strong. He should be able to take some punishment. And then they look at tiny little fucking players like Dan James, Lanzini, and whenever they get touched and they fall down, they must think like, oh, he's small, weak. The defender must have pushed him very hard. I cannot stand that. I'm giving him a 6. I thought he was okay, and I think the foul was it's hypocritical to the game, in my opinion.
It is, mate. It is.
Forex made a great point there.
Hold on a minute. I'll get to that shortly. I'm going to give him a 6. I agree with everything what Lucas said there. I thought he was okay. I don't think say he was shit, but I think the referee didn't help us today. The referee was completely against him.
He takes one thing I will say every single week.
The one thing I will say, just to say this before I move on, because I want to try and speed this up tonight, is that the fucking ref, every time he got a foul, he's chasing after the ref. Nicky, you got to stop that, bruv. Yeah, you ain't going to change. Right, keep round with the ref. You're just going to piss the ref off, and then eventually he ain't going to give you fuck all. So that's it on that for me. Right, let's get to the subs. All right, fuck, it's going to be fun. All right, let's start off. Quick ratings, lads, yeah? This man. Go. Quick rating.
Say about Antonio quick, about the thing. Correct.
I will get to that at the end. Right, I'm going to Still, he's
Don't worry. I can't quickly just say it really quickly, James.
Go on, take it away.
He was just saying about Antonio doesn't look like scoring. He doesn't. Like Antonio, he's got a great point in there. Antonio, especially in the second half of last season and so far this season, he does not look like scoring. He's not got this knack of scoring.
Yeah.
His position is, it's really awful, but he's just not a goal scorer anymore. But that's why he really shouldn't be starting ahead of Scamacca, for me, in my opinion. Anyway,
I understand what you're saying, mate. I'm just really pissed off today. I'm gonna go first in this one. Lanzini comes on. Fuck all. Fuck all again. Pass the ball well. I'll give him a standard 5 for me. Standard. That's what it was. Lucas, quick rating, mate.
Your standard's 5. My standard for average is 6. I thought he didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything great. So 6. Didn't really have a lot of time.
Mitch.
I think for standards for substitutes, usually you get a little bit lower. I think no professional way of doing it. Usually give them slightly low rating if they come on as a substitute. So for me, I'll give him a 5. I thought he was actually quite tired on the ball when he was playing, but he was just too deep to make anything happen. So done nothing to note.
Where is he? This man. I felt sorry for this man today. Fucking did I feel sorry for this Italian stallion, mate?
He is great. He's so fucking good.
He's in the box, right? And this is the one thing that irritated me. He's in the box, and I'm literally screaming, yeah? Get the ball in the box for him, yeah? He's an 18-yard box fucking centre forward. And he's in and around the box. He come up for the ball, chests it, there's no one around him.
Yeah, that ran me up.
Everyone's miles away from him. I'm thinking, bruv, what the fuck is going on?
And he blew past Diakite, or whatever his last name was. Yeah. Blew past him. Beautiful, lovely run.
I'm going to give him a 6, yeah? Just for, he comes on, he was a trier, yeah? But there's nothing there. I'll look at the other players around him. Fucking, if we've got players who can't supply this geezer, then we need new fucking players. As simple as that.
If I see him play another 20 minutes again, I'm going to fucking rage because he's so good. He is mustard. And again, I'm going to give him a 6, and I feel incredibly bad for him because when he ran past Diakite, which I did not expect him to have that kind of, not quality, but that kind of move in him to get the ball past and then beat him for pace. The thing that frustrated me is he did that. He looks to cut the ball back. Nobody in the fucking box at all. No one. Would have been an easy assist. And then the chest down that he had in the box, beautiful, controlled, no one fucking there. Literally no one in the area. Easy 6. If he does not get 70 minutes on Sunday, I could give a shit less about Thursday. If he doesn't get 70 minutes on Sunday, I'm going to be fucking fuming.
Yeah. Mitch, quick rating.
I'll give him a 5. Thought he'd done okay. Didn't really do anything to note again. I don't think the players were on the same wavelength as Scamacca. I do think Scamacca's on a different wavelength, which is good because I think we need to be for the way we're playing at the minute. And I like his style of play. I do think he's a very good striker. You could tell the qualities he's got. He's got very good first touch and controlling the ball. Shame the qualities of balls that were going into him were really bad. But, no one was on the same wavelength. So I'll give him a 5.
5 out of 10. Move on to this man. Fucking Maxwell Cornet. I want to see this man start. Simple as that. I'll go first. Comes on, runs around, trier, fucking pace, energy.
His pressing looks immaculate.
He's pressing the ball. He's fucking following the ball everywhere it goes. Listen, there's 2 ways I can look at this. You can look at it on the one hand that he's fresh. He's come on for 10 minutes and all the players are knackered through the heat and the game. Yeah. On the other hand, I can look at it and think, fuck me, he actually did have a really good go today and try. Yeah. I'm going to give him a 6 just for the effort he put in for the time he was on the pitch. But I want to see him start, mate. I want to see West Ham go for games. Yeah. We went for it today and we got unstuck a little bit. Yeah. But for me, I think he's a decent player. Very, very good signing for me. Mitchell.
I'll give Cornet a 5 as well. Yeah, didn't do anything. Same as the other players. Wasn't given enough time either. Barely touched the ball. Yeah. I like his energy. I like he's got a really good positive body movement, which is nice to see. No, obviously we'll come on to it, but he should have started today along with another man, Scamacca. So yeah,
Lucas.
I'll give him 5.
This is kind of like an NA for me, just because he only played 7 minutes. But if I had to give him a rating, only because he played 7-8 minutes. I'd probably give him a 5. But his pressing, if he presses like that every single game, him and Fornals closing down together and pressing on each side is going to be fucking unreal.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. Right, let's get to this, man. Final 2 ratings of the evening, gentlemen, and user free for the evening. Worst referee I've ever fucking seen in the Premier League. Ever. Today. Shit. Absolute shit. Right, let's start off with the Antonio thing. Right, this is where I want to talk about this thing. We had debate on WhatsApp. Some people were saying if it was the other way around, you'd be screaming for it, James. That's a foul. Yeah. On the other hand, how many times do we see this in the Premier League? Right, we see it when defenders run across a striker, when the striker's trying to press the ball. We see this multiple times, and because Mikel has gone through the geezer and the geezer's hit the deck, if Mikel would have run into him and they would have both hit the deck at the same time, what would have happened there?
And it had nothing to do with the play either. The only effect it really had was that everyone stopped because they saw someone fall down.
Yeah. But the referee, the man who's on the pitch, can't fucking give a foul. He doesn't give a foul. We score, and goes to VAR for some crazy reason. I don't want to see this ref ever again. His name's Rob Jones, from what I heard from my informant, aka Affers. And for me, the worst ref I've ever seen. Silly fouls that he was giving, like, for petty things. Fucking, I'm giving this ref a 2, mate. He gets a 2 for turning up, putting his suntan fucking lotion on, running around and trying to be a referee. Is it because he's fucking nothing else? 2 out of 10. Lucas.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it short. First VAR with Antonio. I just think it's just fucking disgraceful the way each referee has their own interpretation on the match and the game itself. I just think it's such bullshit how we see it every single time on a corner. Someone gets shoved down, pulled by the shirt, tackled like fucking Aussie rules football and rugby, and there's never a call for it. But when it's an open play, someone blocks somebody off from them trying to make a run, he gets a foul called on them. But if it's the other way around, who knows? Yeah. It's fucking disgraceful in my opinion, and it had nothing to do with the play. The only part it had was everyone saw someone fall down and they stopped playing, which is on them. You shouldn't do that. That's poor concentration and game mentality. And then what was the fucking other one? There's something else that happened. Fuck.
The penalty. The penalty. How comes McKenna?
Yeah. How the fuck is that not a red card? I don't care what anyone says. I understand where they're coming from, how Henderson was behind him. The letter of the law, that is a red card. That's a red card. He's
not a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, that is a red fucking card. I have never in my life seen a ref give a yellow card for that. In my life. I think that is absolutely fucking disgraceful. I don't care if Jordan Henderson had half an eye vision of seeing that ball and was behind him. That is a goal scoring opportunity. That is a red fucking card.
I totally agree with you. It should have been a red card, right? How the fuck is it not a red card? The only reason why I think they didn't give it, someone said to me on a space earlier on, was because Henderson's behind him and
Jordan Henderson was off his fucking line.
Dean
off
Henderson,
his line today too. Not one VAR check. Or Lino didn't say anything. Off his line. Bullshit. 1 because he put on fucking suntan lotion.
Yeah, Mitch.
I'm
I'm going to ask you a question.
Covered everything. I'm
going to ask you a question. What was you hearing around you today in regards to the ref? That's what I want to know.
A lot of see you next.
Yeah, a lot of people saying, I've always not been like a massive critics of the fans of the referees. I'm always much more of a watcher of our style of play, the players individually. But he was really poor today, and a lot of people will cut him off, just saying, "Oh, this bloke's fucking clueless." We lost the game because we lose this game because the referee. Yeah, I do agree with that. To be fair, he was really poor today. And also the red card was outrage because of that.
Yeah.
That was a clear red card. I don't get how it's not a red card. I don't think as Lucas said, I don't think I've ever seen one of them been not given as a red.
It's literally the letter of the law. It's in
Yeah.
the rule book. And I hear people, and this could be aimed at some people in our WhatsApp. I just don't. That's not interpretation. That is a rule. That is a concrete rule. He blocked a scoring opportunity. That is a red, and we should have been playing against 10 men. And the way we were playing, I didn't expect us to score a goal, possibly, but still, just another thing that doesn't work out. It didn't work out in our favor. And I was going to say this at the beginning, but everything that could have went wrong for us today, and that was the icing on the fucking cake.
I agree. What'd you rate him, Mitch?
I'll give him 3.
You know,
He put on both socks and a shirt. 3.
fair enough.
I've
Moving
never
on.
heard of the bloke as well before.
Fucking
He's
championship
new.
referee. That's why. Moving on.
Oh,
to this
that makes me more upset that he didn't. Usually championship refs are pretty good.
Fuck
'cause they
Rob
don't have
Jones.
VAR.
Let's get to David Moyes. I listened to his interview earlier on. The first thing he said was, "Oh, he wasn't good defensively today." Yeah. Now, I'm gonna not talk about the game for a second. I'm going to talk about what the fuck is going on with the transfers. And I've had this argument with people for last week, and now people get today on the space after the game said, "James, you was fucking right." Yeah. What I can't understand is why are we fucking taking our fucking time in the transfer market when we need players at the club? Yeah. So today, I'll give him some positives first, then I'm going to get to the negatives. Positive, 4-2-3-1. Another positive, he gave Benrahma a chance and he performed. The subs, he brought subs on. Yeah. The Scamacca and Lanzini sub was the right sub at the time, but Bowen should have been subbed off and all. He was fucking awful. There's no two ways about this. Yeah. And it all goes back to the fucking transfer window. Yeah, because we've got no players. I'm going to give Moyes. Fucking me, I'm going to give Moyes. I'll give him a 5 today. He's being fucking kind. I don't want to go in on him. Yeah, but today I think he was unlucky. But he's got to sort this fucking centre half situation out. Because we need a centre half at this club urgently, and we need players. No two ways about it. 5 for me. Mitch.
For me, I disagree, James. I think 3. I think it was absolutely shocking. I can't remember where someone else just giving Moyes a 7. Is he taking the piss?
Oh, fuck me. We'll deal with him later. You talk about Moyes, bruv.
I'm not
I don't
joking
know
when I
what to
say
say.
3. I'm being completely serious. Moyes got it wrong today. He should have started Scamacca and Cornet. At least one or the other. I said I completely disagree with starting Soucek.
Well, hold on a minute. I'm going to go through it with you, yeah? I just want to say yes or no. Was you happy that Fabianski started today?
No.
Yes or no? No. Right. So, obviously, you're not happy with Soucek.
Well.
Yeah, you're not happy with Soucek starting. Was you happy that Benrahma started today?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have played him on the left.
The final one question before I let you carry on is: was you happy with the system today?
No.
No. Right, fair enough.
Any system with Soucek in isn't good.
Yeah.
So that's the system. Scamacca or Cornet, but I would have started both anyway. One of them had to start. Moyes can't say last week that the team is stale, and he said, "Oh, we need new players in." Well, you've got 2 new fucking signings on there. So 3 signings on the bench, which all should have started, in my opinion. And then it fucking cost us. How the fuck can you fucking say that, Moyes? Fucking stupid logic, that is. He took far too long to make the substitutions. Should have come at half time, but Moyes is too traditional. Brings him on in the 60th, 70th minute, wherever the fuck it was. By then, it was far too late. Cornet bringing him on the 82nd minute is a fucking disgrace. How Bowen was on the pitch was 82 minutes was a joke, and Cornet was on the bench. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I think if he plays, I'm not trying to be big-headed here, but if he played the way I think we should have set up today, I think we won that game easy. Without a fucking shadow of a doubt. I'm not going to go as far as people saying, Moyes out. I'm seeing Moyes out. West Ham Jordan saying it as well. I do think it's a bit excessive. I'm slightly worried with the way Moyes likes us to attack. Like we do play down the wings far too much, and he still has got this obsession with Soucek. That's clear. But I'm still very confident with Moyes. He knows himself that we need new signings. He knows that a lot of these players ain't good enough anyway. No, I cannot believe I'm seeing sevens. I really do not understand how you can think bringing Scamacca on and Thingy on at like the 70th minute, and then Bowen off Cornet in 82nd minute.
They were ready to go in the 60th. They were ready to go. 10 minutes later.
All right, but it's the same. I would put them on half time, but it's the Cornet thing as well. Like it's far too late. But it's been ready to go in the 60th, but then it fucking went on for another 8 minutes or so, and then 8 minutes has gone where we needed them. So no, it's just really. He let us down today, Moyes. I think it was really poor. The setup was poor. No, not a 7. That's disgrace.
Yeah, I listen. I'm with you on it. What did you rate him?
I gave him a 3, mate.
Fucking hell,
With me, think I'm harsh, but I think he was really at fault for the game today.
Someone said to me earlier on, Mitch, before I get to Lucas, yeah, that has Moyes peaked, because I had this sort of argument on Twitter, and I turned around and said, yeah, Dawson's been out since Lens. That's fucking nearly 3 weeks ago. Yeah, he got injured at Lens. Then we played Manchester City. Then we played fucking today. Yeah, so we've not got cover for him. We've got Noah Bonner. Aguerd's out long term. Diop's fucked off, and we're playing around with a makeshift defence. And people think we're just going to go to Forest and just roll these over. I thought we
should have done.
We should have done, but they made us look like fucking idiots today. Yeah, they've ponched the win. Don't get me wrong, but
they were awful. Forest were awful.
We should have had Thingy in there. Do you know what I mean? And even look, we've even got a Forest fan in there. You know what I mean? Welcome. Anyway, Lucas, take it away, mate.
I'm a bit conflicted personally because I don't think Moyes got the lineup completely wrong. I think a lot of it is due down to personal preference. Like, I don't disagree with Mitch's views on Flynn Downs or Coventry starting over Soucek, but like the realism of that is low. But I know what Mitch is saying, and Mitch is kind of right. I can't agree with a 7. 7, and I know we were a bit unlucky today, but a 7 you can't. I'm not giving Moyes a 7. I'm in between a 5 and a 6 because I didn't think the lineup wasn't that bad today. I'm more upset about his quotes in the presser when he said that Scamacca and Cornet were ready to they were ready to play now. And I wanted to see, and James, I know you said something to me earlier, and I still stand by that, but when the manager comes out and says they are ready to play, you can't help but get excited because they're new players.
I agree.
They're quality.
I do agree with you, mate.
So that's where I was so peeved, because you just can't say they're both ready to play now and you don't start either one of them.
Exactly.
I expected bare minimum one of them to start. And if I had to choose, it would have been probably Scamacca for me personally. I think that is absolutely unreal for him to say that and not start either one of them. And I know he does play mind games sometimes, but still, to say that and not do it, that really irked me. And I think because of that, I'm going to give him a 5, because if Scamacca starts today, we at bare minimum, I think, get a draw, because Scamacca showed today how much of a brute and how physical he is. And I think he would have just been consistent today in doing what he did, like not complaining, not throwing a temper tantrum. And even though I do say Antonio's the most abused man in football, and he should have gotten some calls today, Scamacca kind of has that. He seems to be very even keel. And I think that would have given us an edge today. But that what Moyes said really set me over the edge personally. So I'd have to give him a 5 for that. And yes, I agree with people. We are unlucky, but at the end of the day, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I don't give a fuck. We lost the match.
I agree. I just want to get to this fact. It's gone under the radar that we've only won 2 away games in 2022. So let's just put that into context. Anyone who says that Moyes is the fucking Messiah, we won 2 games in 2022.
In 2022, I've got to say, this year, we have been really bad. I'm talking, top, bottom 6 quality. Really poor.
We've got some Forest fans in, so they're over the moon. Listen, man at the bottom of the screen is West Ham Online. Welcome.
Oh.
Good evening, James.
You cunt. You fucking cunt.
West Ham Online, Alfie there. You was there today, right? What are you seeing, bruv? Because today, we was unlucky, but did we really look like fucking, apart from everything that could have went wrong and did go wrong, there is issues here. And to say he's a 7 is a bit fucking hell. We lost the game.
I'm really upset with you, Alfie. There, I'm not gonna lie.
Take it away, mate.
I think between a 6 and a 7. Right, I know that he made some errors with the lineup in some people's eyes, but I don't get people saying that Cornet. I don't get why people are upset that Cornet didn't start, because then Benrahma wouldn't have started. So that's the contradiction there for me. And I think he got
Benrahma central, but Scamacca had to start. One of them had to have started. There's no two ways about it.
Scamacca would have started, yeah. But Benrahma, I wouldn't have played Benrahma if I'm honest. In fact, I probably would have never played him again for a good few weeks. And Moyes proved me wrong. He played him out wide, but drifting inside. Played Fornals in the middle, and I thought both of them played well.
But Jared Bowen didn't play well today.
No, Jared Bowen didn't play well, no. But I can't blame that on Moyes. Literally everyone would have played Bowen. I thought defensively we were horrendous, which there has to be some blame on the coaches for that. But at the same time, I did expect the first half an hour especially to be very hard, because the atmosphere was incredible. It was Forest's first game at home. You've got to expect it. But in the second half, I genuinely do think we played well. I think we created more than enough chances to score. Benrahma's goal in the first half should have counted, by the way. But in the second half, I thought we created more than enough to score. The chance for Fornals, the penalty, the one where Benrahma hit the bar from the free kick, a couple... the header from Soucek was saved from 2 yards as well. We also had a couple cleared in the 6-yard box. One cleared off the line from a corner. We genuinely could have scored about 6. And that's why I can't give Moyes lower than the 6, because I think we done more than enough to win the game. More than enough. I thought
we did, but that's only because Forest were awful, really poor.
They were, but they were poor, but I mean, you can only play what you're up against, and
we didn't.
And I think today showed, for me personally, why we need to stick to. I don't care if it's Forest, Viborg, fucking Man City. Today, to me, proved that we need to start matching up to the opposition's lineup, because we ran with a 4 today. They went with a 3, and it just seems we always shit the bed when we try to be a bit more aggressive. I think if we matched 3 in the back today, which you could say we aren't prepped for, or maybe what's the word? Have the players to do it. I think if we maybe matched their 3 in the back, we maybe could have won today, but it didn't work out. But that's all I had to say about that.
Alfie, listen, I've heard what you've said, right? But I look at Moyes today, we've fucking got Ben Johnson at centre-half again, Fair enough, you can do it against Man City, but you can't do it against fucking Nottingham Forest, really. Do you know what I'm saying? We should have a proper centre-half in there.
Right.
Thomas Soucek gets a pass, left, right and centre. And Mitchell, I can openly say this, Mitchell has been bang on about Soucek for fucking ages, and people will come at him. When you've got Flynn Downs on the bench, who is another crowd, don't ever get on the pitch, he gets on for about fucking 90 seconds. For me, Scamacca has to start games. I thought Antonio was okay today, but I think Scamacca's a different level.
Yeah, I didn't think
altogether.
Antonio was bad either. I don't get it.
Right, I thought he was okay. Right, Bowen should have been subbed well before he did get subbed. He got subbed on the 85th fucking minute.
When would you have subbed him?
Boys,
I would
real
have subbed
quick, I gotta go. I gotta go tend to my dog.
No worries, mate.
We'll speak later. Love you all.
Take
See
care.
you in a
mate.
bit.
Right now, I understand what you're saying. Right, let's put you there, mate. I understand what you're saying. Right, but there comes a line here where Bowen was doing fuck all. Cornet's on the bench. He's fit. Someone said it earlier on a space. They said, James, this man's been training and pre-season with Burnley, yeah? And Burnley kicks off their campaign a week before West Ham did. So this man's fucking...
That, James, is a superb point, actually.
Right? So he's fully fit. This man's fully fit, raring to go. Now, are you telling me that fucking Bowen was that good? He stayed on the pitch for 85 minutes. And that's on Moyes at the end of the day, bro.
But when would you have brought him off, in your opinion?
I would have got him... I would have brought him off when fucking... I would have changed it and gone when Scamacca come on.
Yeah.
Scamacca, Lanzini, and fucking Cornet, and gone right at him. Like, what can Cornet do in fucking 7 minutes? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I think that's subjective. Maybe you could have brought Cornet on, but then again, Bowen is our best chance of a goal. Like, even though he was playing awful, I think he is. Yeah, even though he was playing absolutely terrible, I would have kept him on personally.
It's like Ben says here, yeah? It was amazing to see pace Cornet showed when he come on. Something we've missed for years. Totally fucking agree with Ben. Like, Ben's bang on the money. Like, listen, I think this week is massive, yeah? And we keep fucking singing we're massive, right? This week is massive. Because if we don't get a centre-half by Brighton, yeah, then I expect the fan base to fucking not be particularly happy. Yeah, when he plays at this club, right? And I
will admit, James. I'm not going to fully blame this on Moyes because he wanted Carrera, but
right,
I do admit you were right. Actually, I'm going to admit you were right in what you said that we couldn't play Ben Johnson centre half at Forest, and I'm going to go even further. Ben Johnson shouldn't be playing in the Premier League. He is terrible. I don't care what anyone says. He's absolutely rubbish. The ball was going over the top. You're taught at under ones, literally before you're born, you're taught to not let the ball bounce. He let it bounce every single time. Ben Johnson positioning was awful as well. He's not a Premier League level footballer. I'm sorry. He played Championship quality today for the most part, and he was tosh.
It's an hard one with Ben. It fucking is an hard one with him, yeah? Because I think there's a player in there. You don't like Ben Johnson. I know that. Yeah, I think Mitch will probably agree with me. Like, we've done the player ratings, and we'll know
I
that
think Ben Johnson's average. I do think he's Premier League level. I think he's probably lower, like low Premier League level. But I don't think he's Championship.
How low
quality.
can he go
though? I'm talking like bottom five. He should be playing as a right back. If that's his best position at a right back, in the bottom 5, bottom 16.
He's saying here, Hawkins' family saying, right, he's better than you, pal, West Ham Online. Fuck, I wish you had your boots, mate. You could have played.
Yeah, no.
Hawkins, he's actually not a bad player, mate. I'm just not going to lie. He won the Southern Aerial Championship. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, even if I was awful, I wouldn't have let the ball bounce.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say, really. Sort of coming towards the end, I don't know what to say. We've covered everything. You've arrived late. I'm not happy, mate. I'm not happy. Like, listen, people say we had 2 great years. Granted, fucking amazing. Yeah, but I want to keep that 2 years and keep progressing better. Yeah, at the minute, we don't know what fucking team we're going to have each week. We don't know what players we're going to have each week. And like, Zouma goes down after 2 minutes a day, yeah, and starts tweaking like a fucking good one. If he goes down, we are fucked, mate. There's no choice about it. We are genuinely fucked. We have got no centre arms at the club, yeah. And I know it's unlucky, yeah, but you sold Diox, you didn't want to be here. Dawson's injury, Angelo Rabona, I watched him 3 fucking weeks ago, and he was shit, yeah. He's gone, right? He's
and
not.
It was Moyes' decision to keep hold of Diop for an extra couple of weeks for no reason. That was awful. Moyes could not. There's no defending more than that one. That was really poor from him.
And you need to build from the fucking back. And we're not. We're just going, we go right back, a fucking left back. And let's be honest here, yeah? And I want to talk about Brighton, yeah? Fuck the European game, because if we can't beat that team, then we don't deserve to be in it. I'll be honest. So I'm not worried about that. But Brighton is a must-win game now. It's a must-win.
This
yeah.
was a must-win game. Brighton's become a must-win.
I do think
Go on,
we
man.
will. I didn't think we, as I said in the group chat earlier, I thought we were going to lose today. But I do genuinely think we will beat Brighton at home.
I don't.
Square pegs in round holes. Let's judge our season properly when we have a centre half. Today we were unlucky. We could have won 4-1. But Hawkins' family, mate, we lost. We could have won 4-1.
Oh,
we could have
fuck
won 5-1.
off. It's just going to be positive like that. We fucking lost the game. Who cares about it could have been 4-1? We lost the fucking game.
Listen, I respect his opinion. Don't get me wrong. I respect
It's
your
not an
opinion.
opinion,
greatly,
though,
mate.
James, because we were lucky.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
how can you be laughing about it? How can you be laughing about it? We lost to fucking Forest. Fuck me.
And I'll be honest with you, I was expecting better from Forest. That second half, for me,
It was shocking.
For me-
They were fucking shit.
for me, if we would have converted our chances, we would have won the game. Yeah, no two ways about it. But we didn't.
Aaron,
we fucking
what do you
lost.
think of Forest?
I know me and Mitch were there today. I saw Mitch in his Hugo Boss top, and we saw Forest first half. They were attacking us a lot. Oh my God. Their end product is plum worthy. I've never seen anything like it. How have we lost? How have we conceded to that Pratt they have up front? That striker is terrible. He could knit a barn door in a banjo.
Yeah, I don't know,
It
mate.
was terrible.
I don't know. I understand people saying things, yeah, and I get it, yeah. But at the end of the day, and I'll get to this comment here from Long Live Bonnier, our fan base is turning into Arsenal Spurs. No, I'm sorry, mate, we ain't. Yeah, like we left. Like you've got Bowen in
We
your
are.
title.
Our fucking fan base during the summer massively overrated our squad, and they've still done it.
No, but what
They still are doing
I
it.
don't know what he's saying, like, whether he's overrating the squad or he's saying about people complaining. Now we've gone to Forest today, right? We're supposed to be competing for top 6 now. That's the level that we're at. Right, top 6, top 7. That's where we're supposed to be at. And today, right, we can't convert one chance, right? Not one. And the worrying sign is, yeah, that we haven't scored no goals in the last 2 games. Fair enough, Man City were phenomenal, but we didn't look like scoring against them. Today, yeah, we hit everything other than the goal. Next week, we've got Brighton, who we've never beaten in the fucking Premier League, right? Then we've got Villa, and then we've got Spurs, right?
Look,
I'm concerned, mate.
Points.
I see what you're saying. Brighton's going to be tough. Villa, I'm sorry, Villa. I'm going to say it now. Villa away is on paper as easy an away game as today was. Villa are rubbish. They're the worst managed side in the league, in my opinion, and their crowd at the moment isn't similar to what we saw today.
Mate,
we should
the
be
exact same
beating
as
Villa.
Forest.
Yeah.
But
And the thing
Forest
is,
are worse.
if you-
Forest are worse than Villa.
That's what I'm saying. But and you're saying about us going to a Villa and winning. We're not going to Villa if we don't get a fucking centre half at the club. That is for certain. Like,
We will beat Villa 100% if Flynn Down starts or Coventry. Without a shadow
I've
of a
got to
doubt.
say, the man on my profile picture is the worst player in the world.
well, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm
It's really
fucking
sad.
frustrated,
It's
mate.
down.
What people need to understand is, yeah, and this is my last comment on it, yeah, before I wrap this up, right? Is that it's been a week, right? 2 weeks technically since we've needed a fucking player, right? A defender, right? Diop left, Dawson, etc. I'm not going to keep banging on about it, right? It is what it is. Yeah, people said, you know what, Ben, fair enough, play against Man City, done okay, fair enough. No centre half. Right, I look at other teams. They go out, they get their business done, fucking like that, rapid. Fucking Nottingham Forest have signed 4 players before us, and we can't get one player for the door. And this is the start of the season, and this is the fear that I had at the start of the season. Are West Ham going to be ready? Yeah. And people say, no, don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Fucking don't worry about it. You're negative. Fucking am I negative now? Do you know what I mean? You're going to be saying that next
You're
week.
right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Me and you, especially you, got a lot of stick for that. And you were right. A lot of people, including Dave Walker, came on and said, "Oh, mate, I hate you being so negative. We've had a great transfer window."
It's a
We had a
fucking
good
great
transfer window up until
Hold
that
on a
point.
minute.
Like,
It's a great transfer window, Mitch. Oh,
I
don't
know.
play none of the fucking players. So what's the point? I don't
I
get
think
it.
there's-
But the transfer window is still nowhere near enough.
Mm,
I've got to go, mate. I've
Oh.
got to really go.
All right, mate. I'll let you go.
All right, I'll see you later.
See you later, man. Final word from you, West Ham Online, before we wrap it up, mate.
I think I cannot believe we lost. I'm still in absolute disbelief. I feel like I wouldn't call it a robbery because obviously Nottingham Forest didn't do anything wrong. It was the ref who done everything wrong. But I genuinely can't believe we lost. I think our finishing was abysmal, which I'd say is actually quite uncharacteristic of us compared to last season. And yeah, just can't believe it. If only their goal line was a couple yards further forward. And by the way, I want to come back to this because Lucas mentioned it earlier. Dean Henderson, I was right next to him for that penalty save. He was out the stadium by the time he saved it. I cannot believe that was not retaken.
Are you, before I let you go, are you surprised it wasn't a red?
Yeah, I've never seen that in my life. We couldn't believe the guy I was sitting next to couldn't believe it. What are they on about? How is it not red?
The thing is, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Alvy, because it just triggers me again. Some of the way the officiating is in the Premier League is so fucking corrupt and bullshit. There are certain rules that cannot be interpreted, and that is one of them. That is concrete rule book definition of preventing a goal scoring opportunity. Textbook, concrete, cemented in the rule book. It is fucking bullshit and corruption at its fucking finest.
Yeah, I keep seeing people saying as well, it wasn't a red because Dean Henderson would have saved it. How do you know?
No, they were saying, and I'll speak for, obviously I'm not going to say their names, but our dear friends in our WhatsApp. I think what they're saying is Dean Henderson had sights on the ball already, and he wasn't technically the last man, which I can see to a point, but that's not in the rule books. That can't be interpreted. It can't. There is no. Again, how many times you lot have been watching football way longer than I have? How many times have you seen a yellow card for a goal for something like that?
I've got an example for you, right? James, you'll remember this. Oxlade-Chamberlain in 2014, right? Got
against
sent
Arsenal.
off. Yeah.
For Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, against Chelsea.
Sent off, didn't he, for a handball?
On the line.
That was going wide, right? So technically it wasn't going to go in. So why was that a red card?
No idea, mate. No idea. So I get to this comment, because I think I know who this geezer is. So, I just want to get to this. It says, what gives us the right to feel that we're a top 6 club? Well, we are. Well, I'm not being funny, right? We left the bowl in to be that sort of club. Top 10, top 8, top 6. So we should be aiming for that. Why shouldn't we not aim for that? If every other club can aim for it, why can't we aim for it? I look at Manchester United. I think they're fucking shite. I look at Newcastle. Yeah, they've got loads of money, but they can be got at. Last 2 years, we finished 6th and 7th. So I want to know why people think we can't get top 6 and why we're not a top 6 club. It's like people want us to be the old West Ham. The old West Ham died when we left Upton Park, I'm afraid. In my opinion, you leave your spiritual home, you go to the London Stadium, you go there for a purpose. And the purpose is to go to the next level. Otherwise, what is the point? What's the point in moving? Do you know what I mean? Might as well just stayed at Upton Park and been that same club. So I will always bang on the drum on that. I'm sorry, I will. I look at it different. Do you know what I'm saying? Final thought for you, West Ham Online, moving forward for next week.
Final thought, Brighton are going to be very, very hard to beat. I don't think they have many good players left at their club, but I think they have one of the best managers in the league, in Graham Potter. So they're going to be very hard to beat. Obviously, we haven't beat them since the Stone Ages either. But if we create as many chances as we did today, next week, there's surely not a world where we miss them all again.
Final comment from Charlie Walsh. We ain't good enough for top 6, not going to lie. We're top 10 club right now. We're a really good base to build off of that. But Charlie, we finished 6th and 7th in the last 2 years, mate. So technically, we're top 7 club.
The starting 11 is, we all agree, but we still lack such bench depth and impact subs.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. I'm fucking angry over this today. I really am. Because today was, for me, personally, I looked at Forest and I thought, is this going to be West Ham of old, going back to being that team that goes to these places and struggles? I ain't going to say we struggled today because we should have got something out of the game, but we didn't. That's the real. At the end of the day, we didn't.
I get what people are saying, that like some people aren't like that frustrated by today because we were unlucky. I just can't agree with that. I can agree with it to a point, like say if we were playing like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, like because those are really good teams and do feel undone when you put in that type of performance and you get nothing from it. And the same applies with this, but this is a newly promoted club that realistically was not that great today. They weren't. And the players they have, I do have to say this. Nico Williams was an absolute baller today. He was really, really good. O'Brien.
Lewis O'Brien. He won man of the match. Anyone who's followed my channel for time, I said it in the summer, Lewis O'Brien from Huddersfield.
He was good as well. Everyone else, I mean, I guess you could say Dean Henderson because he saved a penalty, even though he was way off his fucking line.
Yeah.
Like there was a few good players. Lingard was not that great. Brennan Johnson was a non-factor. They weren't that great. So the fact that we were undone against Nottingham Forest, a newly promoted team, angers me a bit more than opposed to if we played Man City, Liverpool, United. Well, no, not United now, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Listen, I hear you, mate.
And if Scamacca does not start on Sunday, there's going to be an unreal Twitter rant coming from me.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm going to wrap it up there, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone who's been watching tonight. I really do appreciate it. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel. I'm deflated. I'm going to have my final thought now. I'm deflated today. I know people say, "Oh yeah, we was unlucky. We didn't get the result that we needed." Don't get me wrong, but fuck me, if we're going for big things and top end things, we should be beating Nottingham Forest. We should be. Right? Listen, Lewis O'Brien, he's a class player, and today proved it. I called it on this channel. I said, if you want to go and get a player, go and get him out of Huddersfield. Go back and watch my videos. I fucking monitored that geezer for a time. And I'm gutted. And next week's going to be hard. We've never beaten Brighton, the Hove Albion, in the Premier League era. Yeah, we've beaten them in the Championship. We've never beaten them in the Prem. And we're playing against a team that are unbeaten, and they're fucking a decent side under par. So next week's going to be tough. But we need to see something. There's no two ways about it. We need to see some sort of reaction from everyone. We need the fans all together. And we go again next week at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? Thursday night.
Bang on the money.
Right. Well, Thursday night's Thursday night. I'm going to deal with that then. But I'll just going to end it on this. We need to get some players at this club. Yeah, there's no depth at this club at the minute. Yeah, we've upgraded. There's no depth. And until we get depth, we're going to be the same team that we was many years ago. Yeah, so we need some depth and some quality depth. It's time for everyone to pull together and hopefully get it done. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Please do subscribe to the channel anyway. And please do like the video. I'll be back again during the week to talk about West Ham and Brighton, a team that we've never beaten. And listen, try and enjoy your weekend. Try and enjoy your week. But I'm fucking gutted, mate. I really am. And I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.